Welcome to the British Wrestling Review. My name is Derek Del Monte.
And I am Ronnie Fontaine, baby.
And we're here for you today to give you all the ins and outs of Borderline Winsanity from the Win Wrestling promotion.
And honestly, what a show it was, ladies and gentlemen. Action-packed, really good fun, and some surprises that happened throughout the show as well. Am I right, Derek?
You are right, Ronnie. There were some fantastic surprises. This was a great show. This is obviously our second that we're reviewing, and all we've had is top quality wrestling. Now, Win are a promotion that are in Northampton, and they are currently running a tag team title tournament. So obviously with PEW, we had the Fallen Angel tournament, and this time we're having a tag team tournament.
Oh, yeah, and honestly, what a tournament this was, actually. And I'm lost for words of actually how good it actually was.
Makes a change, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Lost for words. So our first match of the day, because this was an afternoon show, was a tag team tournament match between the Originals, which is Joseph Testament and Daryl Flynn.
Daryl Flynn.
That's what I said, Daryl Flynn.
Daryl Flynn, you said, is Daryl Flynn.
I said Daryl Flynn.
You said Daryl Flynn.
I said Daryl.
You said Dale.
Versus
Carry on, D-Man.
Warnes and Ted Saban. Young tag team. Really good. Really top quality. This match did start quite slowly. The Originals did work the crowd, showing off their experience. They dominated early. They kept control throughout most of this match, as you would expect from two grizzled veterans.
Honestly, Warnes and Sabin tried multiple times to get into the match without success. The constant hit and a vicious-looking brainbuster. Not as good as Derek's. For a testament to pin Sabin for the win.
Yeah, it was a really good brainbuster, and the Originals used their experience. They used their know-how. And the young team of Warnes and Saban really have a chance, did they? Overall, good solid match from the Originals against the young, fast-paced team of Warnes and Saban. They did try to show what they could do, but it wasn't enough to overcome the experience in the end.
No, exactly. And solid match overall. What can you do? Let's go on to match 2, Derek. Let's go on to match 2. I think it's the Carl Kingsley Open Challenge match.
It is. Right? It is. Carl Kingsley came out. All pomp and circumstance, all with his big hammer.
Yeah, looked like a sledgehammer to me, but
it looked like Thor's hammer to me. Maybe he's nicked it off of Thor. But he had an open challenge because he didn't have a match on the card and he wanted to see who would come out and challenge him. And he had a good promo in the ring saying that he beat Jason Joshua, brilliant wrestler on the independent scene, and so he thought he deserves a shot at the title. So he issued the open challenge to see who would come out. This brought out the Unholy, the duo of Sick Boy and Alister Sixx, and everybody thought it was going to be Alister Sixx that took up the match, but it wasn't. It was Sick Boy, the smaller of the two, and had massive backing from the crowd.
Honestly, like when Sick Boy came out, I was sitting there, I was like, I couldn't believe the atmosphere and the reaction from the crowd for this young sick boy. And I think that really motivated him, really got him going. He was proper fired up. He wasn't messing around, ladies and gentlemen. When I was saying he wasn't messing around, he was not messing around. And when I say this, Sick Boy started quickly. He started strongly, hitting an insecurity followed by a big cross body for a very, very close near fall. He then went to the top. Sadly, Mr. Swanton Bomb, and this is where Carl Kingsley took over.
Yeah, this was it after. There was no coming back into it from Sick Boy. After hitting a sit-down powerbomb and a running forearm, it was over. Kingsley pinned Sick Boy for a convincing win. After the match, Kingsley continued beating down on Sick Boy, which prompted Alister Sixx to come back out for the save to run off Carl Kingsley.
Oh, and honestly, when I saw Sixx come out, I was like, wow, this is absolutely phenomenal. Sixx grabbed the mic when he came out and challenged him for a match. But this only brought out Man Like I'm struggling to remember his name because apparently he's the best wrestler in the world. Man Like DeReiss.
Man Like DeReiss.
Man Like DeReiss.
Yeah.
Apparently he's the best wrestler in the world. But he's not.
That's what he says he is. Obviously, a wrestler would disagree with that. So, DeReiss came out as he normally does, rapping his own entrance music, getting the crowd worked up. Sixx having the home field support against the man from the 0121.
DeReiss took to the mic to let everyone know that he was the best wrestler in the world and even told everyone Aston Villa had won a match recently, even though he's a West Brom Majabian fan, which made no sense. Sixx responded and the crowd was right behind him, ladies and gentlemen.
I wouldn't want to be Ronnie Fontaine when Man Like DeReiss hears this. And he will hear this. Believe me, he will hear this. West Bromwich Albion fan. Still, Aston Villa, who cares? After the bell, DeReiss tried to leave, as he was saying he was too good to face Alister Sixx. Sixx caught him before he went behind the curtain and went to work on Reese, hitting him with a number of strikes. DeReiss, begging off like a coward, proved his intellect by raking the eyes of Sixx behind the ref's back, and then he took over from there.
And then DeReiss worked the crowd up into an absolute frenzy. Honestly, Derek, could you believe the absolute frenzy that he calls?
I was there.
I know. With his jibes and constantly telling him how good he is, how he's the best wrestler in the world. He threw Sixx to the outside in front of his family, working him over while berating his family.
We were right actually next to his family. We were in that row.
Exactly, and like honestly, I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. And while he was working Sixx over on the outside of the ring, right? Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. A young fan began to chase DeReiss around the ring and eventually hid himself in the ring for protection. Proves my point, ladies and gentlemen.
I actually found that quite funny.
Me too.
He was about 6 years old.
6-year-old kid chasing DeReiss.
After this, he got Sixx back in the ring, worked the ref's 5 count expertly, choking Sixx on the ropes, not once, but twice, whilst the ref was counting along, and he counted along with him up to 4 before breaking, so he didn't get disqualified. Just to stay in the rules, you know. Not cheating if you stay within the rules, is it, Ronnie? And make sure he didn't get disqualified.
Well, I have to disagree with you a little bit though. But what can I say? We're not always going to have the same views. But DeReiss, with all the confidence, called for the finish. But this gave Sixx the opportunity to get back into the match with a spectacularly strong suplex, some huge clotheslines, and a cutter for a near fall. Sixx hit a beautiful looking pump handle sit down powerbomb for a near fall, and DeReiss rolled out of the ring. Sixx went to get him back in the ring, and this caused enough distraction for DeReiss to hit a low blow, which in my opinion is not a fair way to compete in a match. But this was followed by a DDT for a near fall, and we generally thought, didn't we, that was that.
Yeah, I mean, a low blow, DDT. Not many people kick out of things like that. But Alister Sixx showed how strong he really is. And he is a mountain of a man. He is full muscle. He's all muscle. I thought I had big arms. He thought he had big arms. Not when it comes to Alister Sixx.
I have big arms.
Yeah, but not as big as Alister.
Yeah, but I'm injured.
Doesn't matter. Still
Yeah,
not
it
as
is.
big
I'm
as
injured.
Stop it. You're getting there again. DeReiss went to the top rope for a frog splash, but he missed. Sixx hit the pump handle sit down powerbomb again for the pinfall win. The 1, the 2, and the 3. And that was it. The hometown hero beating the mouthy man from Birmingham, dropping him right in the 6.
Yeah, but like West Brom jabbing in the championship.
In the aftermath of this loss, DeReiss even stole my notes that I was writing, that we were creating so that we could do this review for you, threw him on the floor, showing his frustrations at his loss, and he walked out. Now, we were actually lucky, if lucky is the right word, to get an interview with Man Like DeReiss after this match, and that is coming up.
Yes, we know what happened in that interview, didn't we?
And they're about to find out. So this leads us on to match number 4. And this is our second match in the tag team tournament. This is a team called Year Zero versus a team called Underground Prophecy. First time I'd seen either of these, quite frankly. I'd never encountered either of these tag teams before, but I thought it was a good match. It was enjoyable fun. Year Zero entered first, followed by Underground Prophecy, and this one started early as Year Zero attacked Underground Prophecy before the bell, but as soon as the bell rang, Underground Prophecy started the stronger.
And after a near fall from Underground Prophecy, and Year Zero managed to take over, and worked well, with tag team moves and quick tags on Tyler, keeping him away from his partner. For much of the match, actually. Much of the match. Underground Prophecy got back into it when Graves got a hot tag and hit a lovely German suplex from the near floor. It was a lovely German suplex on the Derek.
It was lovely.
Connors then hugged the ref for distraction for some strange reason and hit a low blow to set up Year Zero's finisher. But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. And I couldn't believe when I saw this with my very own eyes. Morgan Black's music hit as he came out to cause a further distraction, allowing Graves to roll up Connors for the win and advance into the next round. I couldn't believe it.
I knew you'd like that. I knew you would like that.
Morgan Black.
Friends with Morgan Black right there.
Morgan Black came back out.
He did. He came back. All right. Calm down.
All right.
I have to say this may lead to an interview between Ronnie Fontaine and Morgan Black down the line, eh?
I'll catch you down the road, son.
Yeah. You think you're going to set that up?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
For the fans.
For the fans.
Ronnie Black. What a name. Ronnie Fontaine. Morgan Black.
Morgan Fontaine. Ronnie Black. Like that or not?
Yeah.
Listen, folks. If it's a bit of you, it's a bit of me. It's not too shabby. It's easy. Easy, innit?
Like Sunday morning.
Like that or not?
Like Sunday morning. Anyway, this leads on to our penultimate match. Match 5. Sunset Skip returning to the ring to fight another hometown favourite in the Dark Fruits daddy, David Grant. Now, this match was two big beefy men. Very, very large guys. Skip had a very specific introduction that he wanted the announcer to read out. Every time he started those, Skip would stop him, add more to it, and this brought out David Grant with his music because he just had enough of Skip's shenanigans.
Yeah, and isn't Sunset Skip the same man that apparently got bitten by 2 cobras and killed them all? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well.
Bitten by 2 cobras and they died biting him rather than, I don't know.
Yeah. Nevertheless, folks, this started evenly, and after an Irish whip to Skip to the ropes, David Grant just kept sidestepping him. Boom, boom, boom. And then eventually just stood to one side, letting Skip just like running through the ropes by himself for a while. David Grant eventually stepped in front of Skip to try to stop him, bringing a thank God from Skip to the amusement of the crowd who told him to look up, followed by a slap to the face. I mean, wow. Skip ran at the ropes again, prompting David Grant to stop him and try it again, but Skip was not fooled. He wasn't fooled this time, though, folks, and told David Grant to look up, which he did, whilst keeping an eye on Skip. Skip went to hit David Grant, but missed. It's like hitting, bam, missed. And David Grant hit him again.
He did. David Grant totally on top. That was really funny. That was a really great start to a match. Skip then went outside the ring. There was a lot of that outside the ring stuff in this show. David Grant went to get him. Skip got back inside the ring and took control of the match. Skip got David Grant in the abdominal stretch. Very painful maneuver, and he was very close to the ropes. So in the abdominal stretch, ref down, checking to see if David Grant wanted to quit. Skip grabbed the ropes behind the ref's back, giving him extra leverage, extra pain for the Dark Fruits daddy. And the ref didn't catch him first time, but he did catch him eventually. And he had to break the hold, which let the Dark Fruits daddy back in. David Grant hit a big body slam for a near fall, and this made Skip go for his sunset flip pin finisher, only for David Grant to have it scouted, and he just sat down on his shoulders, locked up his legs. 1, 2, 3. Your hometown hero win, David Grant.
What a victory that was for David Grant, though.
I know, that was a total Richard.
Yep. Nah.
You said, what a Richard?
What a victory.
Nah, victory.
That's what I said, victory.
No, you said victory.
No, I didn't. Victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
See? Can't even speak. He's so blown away by that match and how funny it was.
You got a tissue?
He's lost the ability to speak.
I got you for fun.
Why?
Yeah, it's a great win, mate. Win it. It's a great match. What would you expect me to say?
How good a match it was.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. No, we're not at that.
No, this is great.
Win. It was win. It was win sanity.
It was a great match. And me and this
It
man.
was great. Get your hand off your shoulder.
To see it.
It hurts.
Oh, yep, sorry, mate.
I'm injured too, you know.
Yeah, oh, yeah, but you didn't rip your body, did you?
No, because you rip your biceps off tendons.
Your tendon. You did rip your bicep off your tendon.
Well, isn't it a shout? You only sat next to
No,
me.
right.
Remember, sensitive.
Very sensitive indeed, folks. Very sensitive indeed.
I am. So this leads us to our main event. This was the match I came here to see. I love loads of the competitors in this match. The unholy, fantastic people. Well, I wouldn't exactly call them fantastic people, but fantastic wrestlers. David Grant also top notch, but this was the Win heavyweight champion CJ Carter versus Big Era. Now, some of you may not know who Big Era is, and if you do not know who Big Era is, then you're about to find out.
Exactly.
This guy is amazing. This was CJ Carter's 1008th day as champion. That is a long time to be champion. And he made sure the announcer let everyone know his record-setting longest reigning champion in Win wrestling history.
Yes, indeed.
He started out on top, working over Big Era with some nice technical wrestling before Big Era did 3 kip-ups in a row, gained the upper hand, but that didn't last long, did it, Ronnie?
No, it didn't, Derek. CJ low bridged Bagheera to the outside and started working the crowd very well. CJ then went to get Bagheera on the outside and get him in the ring but then CJ tried to get him in the ring. Bagheera cut him off. He cut him off, folks, with a big double axe handle to the outside.
Yeah, so he was on the ring apron and he dropped the double axe handle on top of CJ. Now, Bagheera can't really speak, can he? There's no words that come out with Bagheera. It's more grunts and squeals and screams and growls. But this guy knows what he's doing inside that ring, doesn't he?
Exactly.
And he got CJ in the ring. He hit an awesome Samoa drop for a near fall. This kicked CJ up into another gear though, and he took complete control of this matchup. After a number of big moves and near falls, CJ started getting frustrated that he couldn't put his opponent away, and then he hit the Death Valley Driver and an F5. But it wasn't enough because Bagheera then got back in the match.
And exactly that. And when Bagheera got back in the match, he went for huge crossbody from the top rope, but sadly missed, and CJ got another near fall. But then shortly after this though, Bagheera managed to hit a crossbody from the top rope. Second time I've asked him for a near fall, and this one was so close. With CJ in the corner, Bagheera went for a twisting front flip elbow, but CJ pulled the ref in the way, knocking him out, didn't he?
He did, yes. And then that was the ref down. Now, I feel sorry for the ref, but you know he was in the right place, and I actually thought this probably would have been a disqualification if the ref wasn't knocked out. This caused some confusion for Bagheera though. He didn't understand what was going on, and CJ got the title belt to hit him over the head with it, and then he hit his finisher, the Nightmare Driver. He got the ref back up into the ring because obviously the ref was down and out. And this brought a really slow 2 count from a groggy ref and an earful. Bagheera kicked out. Got hit in the head with a title belt and he kicked out, showing his absolute amazing ability. CJ couldn't believe he didn't get the win here. He was incredulous and he let Bagheera back in. Bagheera hit a Tiger Fade kick followed by a Michinoku driver, and to the surprise of literally everybody inside that auditorium, the 1, 2, 3 and the win, and your new win heavyweight champion, Bagheera. What a show, what a match, what a day of wrestling in Northampton.
Honestly, absolute great day out. Really enjoyed every single match. It didn't. I can't even talk. Here, Derek. I can't even talk.
He can't even talk, and you know how much he talks.
And I talk a lot.
This is how good this was.
This did not disappoint, not once.
It didn't, and if you have an opportunity to go to Win Wrestling to see any show, I would highly recommend it, certainly with Bagheera as their champion.
Exactly, and apparently this is the man that can't talk, even though that I understand this man very well, and he won by the fair way, unlike certain people that wanted to ruffle up certain people backstage. And hang on, I'm talking. Every single superstar who wrestled on this show was absolutely on point, really gave it their all. Crowd were loving it. Even that interesting man that supports West Bromwich Albion, what's his name again?
Man Like DeReiss.
Man Like DeReiss, who's absolutely phenomenal as well. But
I thought it was Man Like DeReiss.
same thing, innit? Yeah, but Man Like DeReiss from West Brom, top work. Every single superstar on this show was really on point, even though CJ Carter thought he didn't like certain comments, but you're going to find the interview ending some point on this show very soon.
What he means is the interview is coming up. We got exclusive interview with CJ Carter following his loss against Bagheera. I did want to interview Bagheera because this one said he can actually understand what he says.
I can.
But that is for a future date. This time we have the amazing CJ Carter, and you're not going to want to miss this.
No.
This was brilliant. Wasn't it, Winnie?
Glad you found it brilliant.
Thank you for watching. This has been our review of Borderline Winsanity in Northampton. My name is Derek Del Monte.
And I am Ronnie Fontaine.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this review about. Tell your friends. Let them know what we're doing. Any support is good support.
And just on a quick note, CJ Carter, catch you soon.
We'll see you again.
Welcome to the British Wrestling Review. Derek Del Monte, Ronnie Fontaine, here with Man Like DeReiss.
You know what you say, any good?
Good man, how are you doing?
My man,
Very
how you
good.
doing? You alright?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, this is a matchup I'd like to see in the future. Ronnie Fontaine versus Man Like DeReiss. How about that?
Man like the Fontaines. I can see it now.
see it.
I said match, not tag team, Ronnie. Calm down. So, great match out there today, but you didn't win.
Best wrestler in the world.
What do you think I'm not the best wrestler because I didn't win?
I think you're absolutely phenomenal, mate. Top work, but sadly today just wasn't your day. And I do feel sorry for you. And honestly, you got a massive future ahead of you, man. Don't you think, D-man?
Well, it's like, have you seen watch football?
I love football.
Like football. So, let's say whoever wins the league, sometimes to have a few losses, it doesn't mean at the end goal they're not going to win the Premier League, they're not going to win La Liga, they're not going to win the Champions League. You can still have losses, but still be the best team. Like me. Today, unfortunately, it was a loss. But it doesn't change anything. I'm still the best wrestler in the world.
Do you think you could have done anything differently to beat Alister Sixx today?
Well, it's a cheat, really. It's a cheat. You had kids out there running after me. The kids were trying to fight me, they're trying to punch me, trying to do all sorts. It's a massive cheat. So I'm the victim here. And if it was a fair match, there'd be no doubt that I would have won that.
I completely agree with you. What do you reckon, Money?
No, I disagree, actually. I think from when I was watching, he won fair and square. He beat you 1, 2, 3 outright fair and square.
If fair and square is having kids chase after me around the ring, threatening to hit me. Luckily, I'm not a coward. And if I allowed a kid to hit me, the match would have been disqualified. But because I'm a good person, I wanted to win the match properly. But like I say, it's a massive cheat, and he won due to that.
But saying that, the fans pay to come and watch wrestling. And
Watch wrestling, not join in.
But they pay, and they have their right to do what they please in terms within reason. And the fans didn't attack you. They were just chanting for who they liked and chanting for who they didn't like.
Did you not see the kid chase me around the ring?
Well, I think you might have prevented him, though. Because you've got to keep doing a lot
Did
of
he
that.
chase me around the ring? Yes or no?
It's more the fact
Yes or no? Yes or
Come
no?
on, answer the question.
Yes, being
Exactly.
in
There we go. So he cheated.
Do we need to say more?
He cheated.
So, going back to what you were saying about winning the league, there's losses and there could be draws, but does that mean you're going to be going for Bagheera, the new champion?
Definitely. Surely I should be next in line, because even though I was cheated out of it today, I'm still wrestling all over the country, every single promotion. Today was the 25th promotion that I've wrestled for this year. So why should I not be next in line to wrestle Bagheera? Why? I should be, 100%.
Very good question. Very good question. And maybe we'll have that answered in the next show in July. So, a little bit about progress. I'd see you're doing very, very well done in progress with your tag team. Is it 0102?
0121.
0121,
You should
that's
know
the one.
that. You should know that by now. I don't know why man doesn't know.
I told him this
entrance
before.
music. From a gear half the time.
I told you this before. Don't pay attention to it.
I can get things wrong as well, you know. Come on.
Yeah, you see.
So, going for those tags, you are the tag team
Yeah,
champions
tag
in progress.
champs.
You are the tag champions.
Been a
in
tag
progress,
champ for
aren't you?
2 months.
Do you think you're going to be keeping them for a long, long time?
Like I said, best wrestler in the world. Danny's also the best wrestler in the world. We're the best tag team in the world. That's why we got the biggest prize in tag team wrestling in the whole of the country.
Any thoughts about maybe going abroad, America?
There. Secrets. They can't be revealed all yet.
Now that is what I call tasty. Thank you very much, my friend. We look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. Some point you and I will meet further down the line, but today you weren't the best wrestler in the world. But you definitely, without a doubt,
I don't
got
know
a
why
lot
this
of value.
guy's still chatting, man.
I'm only being honest.
Yeah.
Welcome to the British Wrestling Review. I am producer Pete, here with Derek Del Monte and our special guest, Alister Sixx from The Unholy. Alister, fantastic match with Man Like DeReiss. How do you think it went?
It's DeReiss, isn't it?
It's DeReiss.
Okay.
I think the match went great. Obviously, I came out with the win, but I'm going to have to go back and have a think. There was a different Sixx out there tonight than what even I'm used to. I've got a lot to reflect on, not just only myself, but my tag team partner, Sick Boy, as well.
Sick Boy got pretty annihilated by Carl Kingsley. I saw you come out at the end in an attempt to help him out. How is he feeling? We haven't seen him since. How is he feeling after his little...
Well, after my match, I went out back. I was looking for him. I couldn't find him anywhere. Similar to last show, I was left all alone. And I wonder if this is going to have an effect on the next show when we go in for that tag team tournament. Will Alister Sixx be left alone again? Because once again, out there, it felt like I was someone else. I've really got to head out back, review everything, and see where the Unholy stand.
You seem to have the crowd behind you. That doesn't seem to be something that you're used to. How did it feel? Did you feed off that energy?
Definitely felt a different Alister Sixx out there, as I've said. Fed off that energy. It's different to me. It's making me feel uneasy. There's a storm coming in the Unholy. We'll have to see where it goes from there.
So you have just beaten the man that calls himself the best in the world. Does that make you the best in the world?
Let's not go that far yet. Let's not get it all to my head, you know. This is looking like there's a new Alister Sixx coming out. There's a new Unholy. We've got bigger things to look for with Win Gold. We've got this tournament, and that's what we're going to focus on.
So, for you, are you going to focus on becoming Win Tag Team Champions, or are you going to go solo, as Sick Boy seems to be dipping out a little bit from your agreement as a tag team? Are you going to be going for the the World Heavyweight Championship that's just been taken off CJ Carter by Bagheera? Do you think you'll be going singles?
Next show, we've got our chance to progress in this tag team tournament. That's where my eyes are at. No Noah Blade again today. When I returned out back, no Sick Boy. Will I maybe have to go into this tag team tournament alone? Possibly. But if I have to, I will.
Well, Alister Sixx, if you need a tag partner, at short notice, let me know. I don't just produce, you know.
Come on. There was a kid in that crowd that would make a better tag team partner than you were.
That is very true.
His name is Alfie.
Is that what his name was?
That was his name. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Alister Sixx. We'll get off before you start pump handle slamming us everywhere. Thank you very much for your time.
British Wrestling Review, we're back again. Derek Del Monte, Ronnie Fontaine, CJ Carter. Ex-Win champion. What happened?
1,008 days. Longest reigning Win Wrestling champion of all time. Greatest Win Wrestling champion of all time. Think you deserve to give me a bit more respect than that. Than sitting here and talking to me like I'm just any old person, like I'm just any old champion. What happened? What happened out there was a travesty. Yeah? I had that match won. I had that match won 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. There was a slow count. And I should have walked out 1,009 days as champion. But Bagheera is now your champion. Bagheera walks out. And Bagheera has to step in my shoes and try and live up to me as the greatest Win Wrestling champion of all time. So what happened out there? I lost at the end of the day. I lost.
You lost to a man that doesn't seem to have a brain or a voice, but he's phenomenal in that ring.
He's phenomenal. But I had him beat 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. You saw that, right?
I saw that.
You saw that 1, 2, 3.
I saw it, but you did use the championship to try and win. It wasn't exactly fair play.
Hey, you want to mess with me, right?
Hey.
How about me and you get in that ring?
CJ.
How about me and you get in that ring?
CJ.
I know you used to be
Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
CJ.
He's injured. He can't get in the ring yet.
1, 2, 3. I had Bagheera beat. You know I had him beat. And I want a bit more respect from you. I am the greatest champion this place has ever seen. All right?
That is without a doubt.
If you want to get in my face one more time, I'll drag you in that ring.
Take it easy. I'm all right. Do you want to go for a fight? Cheer you up?